Hi guys, this is Rowan, and today I'm going to be presenting my permaculture design presentation for Geoff Lawton's online PDC course. The property that I designed is a 4-acre property located in Arlington, Texas. When I first began designing it, I wanted to incorporate energy efficiency, aesthetics, and extensive urban farming with animal systems if possible. So let me give you a quick background on the area this land is located in. Arlington is a suburban city which has been moving into a more urban environment for the past 10 years. It's currently the third largest metropolitan city in Texas, and the climate here can range from humid subtropical to warm temperate. The temperatures can range anywhere between -9 Fahrenheit to 115 Fahrenheit, which is -22°C to 46°C. The topography of the city is mostly flat, with some small rolling hills. Arlington is also one of the lowest points in the DFW Metroplex. The average yearly rainfall here is between 3 and 4 inches, and it occurs really every month of the year. But because of the rapid expansion here, most of the rain becomes runoff, and the city has been in drought every summer since at least 2008. In the winter, some snow falls between December and February. And in the past, Arlington used to be a pecan orchard, and there are currently still many pecan trees remaining, but there is no active attempt by the city to replant these as they're dying. So as for the specific property that we're looking at today, it is located off a main road near the downtown. It is approximately 780 feet long and 250 feet wide, and it's almost completely flat except for a small slope on the east side which drops across approximately 8 feet over 25 feet. The prevailing winds come from the south to the north, and they're usually very warm. There is a residential road that goes around it, and it dead ends right here. There are houses on the south side and trees on the north and the west side. The property has mainly just been a green space with nothing else on it. There are a few trees planted around it. There isn't a municipal source of water on this land, and a ditch has been dug right there at the foot of the slope to drain rainwater. The city is also currently deciding what to do with this property to develop it. So let me start explaining the actual design to you. Since there is no source of municipal water here, the first thing I thought of was water rehydration of the property. So I put in six swales. There's 3 over here. There's a large swale bisecting the entire property. There's a smaller swale connecting some fish ponds, and then a medium-sized swale giving me some squares over here. I use that to also bisect the property for a reason. I put in 6 ponds total, and these are all connected to each other in one way or another. These are contour dams, which I put in, which won't be too deep. They're going to be for fishing. And as for the nutrient flow, I wanted it to come in this direction. The contour is it is lengthwise in this direction like that. So from the top, let me begin. Here on these swales, I wanted to put in nitrogen fixing plants. So we have 3 rows of nitrogen fixing plants. In between, there are fruit trees or fruit producing bushes, things like raspberries, strawberries, blackberries. And then from there, I also put in an earth mound to kind of block that ditch and redirect the water that the city had been sending to the drain into the large swale that I put in. So once we direct the water into the swale, it travels down. I've put fruit trees on the swale mounds themselves, and I've put tree lines in like this to give me areas to work with where I can pattern. So in each of the areas on the south side, we have some garden beds, herb spirals, and trellises. And then we have a row of fruit trees and a row of nut trees. And these can vary. I have a list of them, which I'm going to include in the report. So if you guys would like that, I'll give it to you as well. And at first I thought about angling these so I could get a shade effect in the summer from the nut trees for the fruit trees, but I wasn't sure if that would be a good idea. So instead I'm just going to incorporate the trees that are already on the property to produce enough shade till I establish the trees that I put in. And this pattern repeats 1, 2, 3, 4 times like this. On the other side, we have a similar situation, except my tree lines aren't straight, and this is done on purpose because I want to direct the water back into the swale and away from the road, since the contour is coming down this way like that. And so here we have contour dam fish ponds, which are connected by the swale. They are also trellised and given shade by the existing trees and the trees that I want to put in on the swale mounds themselves. Right here I have a water feature, and what I would like to do is put in some willow trees, since we do have those growing around the city, around the creeks and things like that. The reason I also put in this swale right here was because I wanted to put in animals, and grazing animals specifically. So this is my zone 1 right here. Here's the house attached to the greenhouse, attached to the chicken coop. And the chicken coop is a little bit further off for city regulations. It can't be directly next to the house. So I put it a little bit further away. And at the same time, it can keep my greenhouse warm in the winter. So right here, I have a barn. And these areas have been sectioned off by fencing so that I can move my grazing animals from area to area and bring them back here whenever I want them near. And then in my zone 1 area, I have a kitchen garden and some garden beds right here. There's a composting site, and there's also a like a medicine garden, butterfly garden area right here, which is more aesthetic and for just special projects. And then I have this would be more seasonal, and this would be if there was excess rainfall. Instead of losing that to runoff, right here I put in another water feature pond, and it would have like a shrimp pond right here connected to a larger pond, and that would just be excess water. And preferably I would like to put in long-lived trees, oak trees, things like that around it, just to expand and keep the land greener for longer. That's my system, so let me know what you think, and I really appreciate your time in looking at this. So I hope to hear from you guys soon. Thanks, bye.